Ranked matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to Boise, Idaho, and Albertson Stadium, home of the Boise State Broncos. As we'll see one of the top teams in this conference taking on last year's national champion, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Broncos will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Oregon's offense will take the field first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating.
It's a running room. Turning it on. He's at the 30. The 10. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Boise State Broncos offense will get the ball for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
The Broncos come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Grabs it in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Makes the catch. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on third down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time, and obviously executed well.
Wants to go up top on first down. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Looking to fire. Works the middle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Broncos come to the ball, trying to pick up this third and short. Finds his target down the middle. Just what they'd hoped for on third down, as they've got a first at the 32.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. To the air, it's Daniels. Fires to the big fella. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd.
Sneaks it into the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen, ever.
Finds the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Williams will pass. The throw. With the catch, it's Moore. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Finds his man. It's Green.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The give from the gun. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The blue turf rumbling on this 3rd down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. A strike downfield. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. The Ducks in the hurry-up. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The run from the shotgun. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. The field goal is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Right on the money. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. The give to the right. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Pulls it in. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Got it set up on the outside. Turning on the Jets. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Got it in the middle, it's Dupree. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And defensively, man, you just want to get to 4th down, right? Give yourself an opportunity. And even though it was 4th and 1, try to get the stop, especially this part of the field where they could come away with points and kick a field goal, or they could come away with a touchdown. Man, I want to get this stop and get off the field, but the offense executed. Defense just missed out.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Broncos in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and those in-breaking routes with the quarterback and the receiver have to be really dialed in, really trustworthy because you're throwing to the middle of the field with so many hands. Nice job by the defense.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Indiana went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Hoosiers always seem to get everyone's best punch, But today, they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Williams looking for a man. Makes the grab over the middle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the Ducks can really attack on this second and short. They'll send the tight end in motion. Trying play action. He's got the tight end. Can't get him to the ground. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Napier. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on third down. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Moore. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Ball marked at the 26. It's first and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Woodside. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it from the gun. Plows through the defense. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Williams will pass. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week, he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he...
Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. Touchdown, Oregon! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Pressure coming. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Great place to start for this offense. He'll keep it himself. Oh! What a run! Takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line before he's forced out.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense. There's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Makes the grab, it's Dupree. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Caught close to the marker, it's Dupree. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Broncos with the 1st and 10. Lost to throw again. Puts it out of the air. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He's got his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Catch in the middle, it's Wagner. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him short. He does not pick up the first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 4th down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that Smurf turf, sign me up for another half in Boise. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Albertson Stadium.
We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
And the Broncos in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Rush is on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there. It's now a fresh set of downs.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Makes the grab. It's Gaines. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Broncos getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field.
Touchdown, Broncos! And that one will put them up here in the second half. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he... extra point without problem. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Look out, he's got room. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The blue turf rumbling on this third down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Ducks send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Boise State ready to send out that offense. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Here's the pressure. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. They'll start this drive from the 42. Handoff to the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Williams looking for a man. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
The Broncos can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Looking to scramble. Gets rid of it. Quickly out to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking for a crease to the left. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. And the Broncos have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Catch in the middle. It's Newton. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing, and as a result now, 4th down.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Pulls it in. It's Gaines. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
You know, you always talk about a risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on 4th down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. It's complete on the right side. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
One thing you know with this guy, a fullback, he's not going to fumble the football, and I think that's why they're handing it off to him in the fourth quarter with the lead.
They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Snagged in the middle, it's Moore. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Ducks can really attack on this second and short. They'll give it to the back. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10. This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on third down. They'll try to run for it. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. The Ducks will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. Wide open spaces. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll try to get it in with the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock...
The Sneak scores it!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Syracuse picked a bad day to have a bad day. The once proud tradition Dick McPherson built there in central New York, we're a long way from that right now. They're trailing by 14 to South Carolina. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Hauls it in. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Williams will pass. Under fire. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Oh, they're after him. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Made the catch with enough for the first down, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Takes the handoff. It's Newton. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The inside handoff. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, give on the inside. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He got it, and they'll push that lead out a little further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Williams looking for a man. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Fires to the big fella. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man downfield. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback, dropping back, not giving up the big play.
Makes the catch. It's Napier. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Going up top again. Throws toward the end zone. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Quarterback's just going to take a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.